damn good show. Oh, yes, you better be ready to go! Oh, it's just wonderful. It's just wonderful. We'll see how many of the fucking trolls I scared off last night. We'll see how many of them scamper back. Oh, and don't worry, I know he said he'd never come back. I guarantee you Underhaven is about 2 weeks away, at most. I thought I might get a stream or two without the trolls, but here we are. Here's YouTube Loop saying something I did that I didn't do. Alright, let's get into this. I deleted the stream because I wanted to fuck with Iron Gullet. I deleted the stream because I could. I deleted the stream because I bought mint cherry ice cream. Does it matter why I did what I did? Well, I'd love to... Oh no, the video was up for 18 hours. I knew there was no chance of somebody not downloading it, especially since all you fucking losers, that's all you fucking day, is spend day and night waiting for me to stream, hoping to download something that'll mean less than nothing to anyone. Oh, yeah, I know your guys' moves. Again, this is really sad. You guys don't work. At least I don't think you work because you're here at all hours. And all you seem to want to do is just archive everything I do. Again, get a job. Meanwhile, you're dealing with a man who does not care. I don't care about what I said on a stream 2 weeks ago. It means less than nothing to me. It means nothing. I can change my positions next week. Well, considering my start time is random, that means I have less free time. You motherfuckers seem to be watching me 24/7, meaning you don't have jobs and this is your only thing in life, is waiting for me to live stream.
So Mauricio Garcia, a 36-year-old Texas resident, has accused Fox News, Univision, and Newsmax, along with influencers Tim Pool, Steven Crowder, and InfoWars host Owen Schroyer, among others, of having recklessly disregarded basic journalistic safeguards and published the photo of an innocent man, branding him as a neo-Nazi murderer to his local community and the nation.
I'm sorry, but Miss Garcia, don't you typically label Tim Pool, Steven Crowder, and Owen Schroyer as neo-Nazis
at large? So if you're unfamiliar with the shooting in question, it took place in May of last year.
Again, aren't Trump supporters a bunch of neo-Nazi fascist assholes? I believe that's what you told us, my dear.
A gunman shot and killed 8 people at a mall in Allen, Texas. The alleged shooter was later identified as 33-year-old Mauricio Martinez Garcia. He was a self-avowed neo-Nazi who engaged in racist and violent.
Okay, so they finally got a Nazi. Okay. I hope he wasn't killed, but if he was, okay, then the courts can meter out punishment. The reason I say I hope he wasn't killed is I don't want anyone killed for their opinions, as wrong as they might be.
Violent rhetoric online for months leading up to the shooting. He was wearing a tactical vest during the shooting with RW.
Never once said my parents were awful. You guys extrapolated that I was abused. Even though I had me and actually my own real mother actually dispute that. But you know what, you guys keep doing you.
WDS, standing for Right Wing Death Squad, as a patch on his vest. There were also multiple neo-Nazi symbols as tattoos. He had an AR-15 and a handgun on him, and he was killed on the day of the shooting by authorities. Now, as networks and online sleuths worked to identify.
And if the shooting was good, then okay, that's fine. If he was doing nothing wrong, that's another matter. What are you getting at? I've never retconned myself. Ever, Gloop. Name me the retcon. Gloop, 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 gloop. Gloop, 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 gloop.
Of what each individual media.
Yeah, I grew up comfortably middle class to possibly upper middle class, but I was by no means raised rich. That's not a retcon.
Figure was alleged to have done.
And even in my middle class to upper middle class, elementary school, middle school, high school, yeah, sometimes we settled shit with our fists. Oh no, I do know the struggle of the poor, because again, like I've said several times, I had a friend and his family wasn't well-to-do. He was on assisted lunches, but those assisted lunches don't help a teenage boy, and I'd often buy him extra food.
Oh, we seem like the sort to help others, so I'll find him while he's on the beat and say, remember me, I'm the old lady you'd give the pennies you'd find on the street.
My mom knew she didn't give a shit, because my mom also knew $300, even if I did buy him a bit of fries here or a pizza there, wouldn't have meant a damn thing considering how fast I was going through it. You want to try again, Gloop? You want to try again? Gloop? 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 Gloop?
To just be this obsession with identifying who the shooter was.
Telling me I don't know about poverty, yet I knew my friend was poor and I bought him breakfast and sometimes lunch. I spent my own money on him because he was my friend. Yeah, my mom confronted me about it. She didn't give a shit. She just kept signing the checks away. All it bought her was an extra day anyway. Underhaven, I thought you were done. I thought you told me last night that was the last motherfucker you were ever going to be on.
Because you want to know why? Because you are so inherently against cancel culture.
Shut the fuck up! And without any sort of evidence.
At least fucking say something of value if you're gonna interrupt me, you goddamn fucking dipshit.
Look, Underhaven, you're on my fucking show. You're here because of my good goddamn will.
Yeah, I used to offer you that respect, but you've proven me that you're not worth any goddamn respect
Well, then
at
here's
all.
the way to view it. There is no respect between us, and we will never talk again. So fuck you.
Hey, I'll check that one off for the 5th fucking time I've heard that. Have a
Fuck
good night, Dave.
You. Fuck it all. I'm done for the night. Underhaven, I thought you were done. I thought you told me last night that was the last motherfucker you were ever gonna be on. I thought you were done. Of course not, you slimy bastard. Well, if I'm smart, I'm gonna keep my marriage status a secret. I'm not gonna have my relationship status an open secret or open. Believe it or not, Gloop, unlike Jake, I choose to have some matters of my life private. Gloop. Okay. Okay. Jake can be perfectly comfortable saying he's fine with his girlfriend sucking other men's dicks, and I don't know, he sucks their dicks or whatever. But fine, he wants to have that aired out. Fine, great, whatever. I know where it ends. Oh, I know where it ends for Jake. Unless he hits the lottery, which he could. He could. Length of time doesn't matter. I know how it ends. So, I can't even bring something up in my defense without having some little sycophants go on and on. Again, this is why Gloop and Underhaven should right now be thanking the lucky stars they just don't ban their asses. Especially Gloop. Gloop, 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 gloop. I shared an apartment with my cousin? I've never shared any apartment with any cousin of mine. I don't know where you dreamt that up, but yeah, you do you, Gloop. Gloop, gloop.
Babies. It doesn't get any worse than that. So we'll get to that.
But if I did share an apartment with one of my cousins, I'd want it to be male, so at least, you know, if he has a girl, she has her friends over, and I can have the pick of the litter. Well, my boss is vegan, so there's that. Should I even be worried about being doxxed anymore? I mean, the art that's been spun for me tonight is so woefully inaccurate. Like, should I even worry? Alright, let's do this from TYT Sports. Okay, this is Steven being a little bitch. Like, again, if it was my pregnant wife with my kids, with my dogs, and I'm sitting out on my patio furniture, just enjoying life, trying to enjoy a cigar, my response would be, sweetie, I don't really give two fucking shits what you do. Just, we can order out. It's fine. I don't care. Also, pellet grills are for pussies. Like it or not, pellet grills are for pussies.
That is one thing you cover.
Do they only have one car? Like, seriously, do they only have one car? Again, I think Steven Crowder is a fucking douchebag. Let me be fucking clear on that. I think Steven Crowder is a fucking douchebag. I think Ben Shapiro is another of his style of douchebag. But we haven't gotten to the Shapiro divorce yet. Which probably will be coming.
I just said the only way out of this is
Remember, Ben Shapiro's sister titty fucked a dude on camera. again, all these regressive religious jackasses, unfortunately, usually always end up in this space. Look, like I said, if it was me in this situation, and it was my pregnant wife, and she was also primarily taking care of my 2 other kids, I'd be like, honey, I don't give a fuck if you order out. I don't care if you DoorDash. I don't care if you want me to get shit. I don't care if you want me to cook it. I don't fucking care. What do you want, sweetie? What do you and the kids want? I will eat whatever. I don't care. I'm a man. If it's frozen, if it's leftover Little Caesars, fine. If it's leftover McDonald's, fine. Except for maybe the fries. Arby's, cool. Pizza, cool. The only type of man that put this much thing on dinner is
little bitches.
And the only thing about discipline and respect is
Little bitches.
like I said, I don't care if you fucking hate me. I guess maybe you'll respect my commands if you want to enter my chat and enter into, speaking to me, but I guess at that point that's another matter. But then again, none of you are legally married to me. Again, and also this whole thing has been heavily edited and yada yada yada.
Discipline and respect. You said, then we're at an impasse.
No, we are at an impasse, okay? I love you, but Steven, your beast is sick. Your beast
Watch it.
is sick.
Watch it. Watch it.
I'm gonna let go. I'll get what you need me to get. And I need some space. We need to just stop engaging for a little bit, okay? I love you. I love you very much.
I don't love you. That's the big problem. I've never received love from you. And the fact is, when I go, look, I need you to do A, B, C, and D, you just be disciplined about it, you go, no.
And this is the problem with Steven Crowder. He, like Ben Shapiro, had to marry the bitch before he fucked her. And like I said, at some point, we are most likely going to see a Shapiro version of this. It's, again, the days of men and women waiting until marriage to have sex is, well, done.
But I love you more than life itself. Okay. Put on some gloves. Hillary, you're right in that. Become someone, listen to me, day in and day out, worthy of a wife, no, not as a wife. I didn't say as a wife. Hillary, come on now.
I'm not gonna engage. I'm not gonna engage anymore. I'm gonna go.
Now, also, is he drunk at this point too? Oh, god damn it.
I drew a boundary. No, you just
okay.
I drew a boundary.
I will say, I do want to ask, is he fucking drunk at this point?
Showing his true colors and how he abuses his wife.
That is an abuse. You can argue being a dick. I'll grant you being a dick. But that is an abuse. Kind of like when I abuse Underhaven and he says he's never going to be around here for a while, and yet here he is. Now again, I want to be clear. I think Crowder is a fucking dick in this exchange. You know, like I said, I want to be clear. I think he's a fucking dick. Again, your pregnant wife is asking you for help, or She's asking you for... Look, the fucking cunt's pregnant. By default, while she's pregnant, you just take the L. It's like, I remember one time where me, my mom, and my sister were all stricken with the flu, and then Mom made kind of this big old bed in the living room. We all just kind of laid there and watched movies. And Dad came home and he took one look and was like, okay, time to get some pizza. What place? All right. You guys don't care. All right, yada, yada, yada. I could never imagine my dad doing something like this. Actually, in truth, the money was always my mom's command. My dad just made it. She spent it. Because he didn't want to know where shit was going. It's like, whatever. I make money. I give it to her. And the house is paid for. And the lights are on.
Meanwhile,
Who's that fucking loser who's going through the worst divorce of all time right now? Steven Crowder.
I've never even heard of that guy.
So lucky. He's like, if Joe Rogan seems too confusing, they like Steven Crowder. Steven Crowder tried to be a stand-up. He was a stand-up and was the worst stand-up of all time. And then was like on Fox News as the funny one. And he got fired because they were like, you're not funny at all. And now he's going through like an insane divorce.
Look, I don't want to comment on Steven Crowder's stand-up career. I don't know that much about it. As for going through the worst divorce of all time, A, I don't think that's true, but B, most of it is actually because of Steven Crowder's utter stupidity. Because one of his things was he wants to cut out his wife from a piece of the Louder with Crowder company. Except just one problem. Steven Crowder named the a co-founder. So that means no matter what, she's entitled to a great big old piece. And that's basic contract law 101. He made his wife a co-founder. I don't care about, we could have another discussion about the wages she lost being a stay-at-home mom and yada, yada, yada. It doesn't matter. Steven Crowder made her a co-founder of Louder with Crowder. She is listed as one of the co-founders. So that means in any court, even in one ruled by the old Lord of Patriarchy, yeah, she's getting a big old fucking chunk. Hell with it. I just want to move on. Alright, I do want to do this from the Humanist Report. John Fetterman is getting more and more right-wing.
Administration official tells CNN that President Biden told Prime Minister Netanyahu that the U.S. will not participate in any offensive operations against Iran. Do you think that's the right call, or should direct U.S. military action, as some of your colleagues in the Senate are suggesting, should that be on the table?
I don't agree with that, and I'm just think we should follow and have Israel's back in the situation. I don't agree with the president. That doesn't change anything that he's a fantastic president, and I'm proud to stand with him and campaign for him and vote for him.
Look, at one point, you're going to have to deal with the fact that if A, Trump was the president, this wouldn't have happened. But two, at some point, Biden's wrong. We're going to have to get into the fight at some point.
Marco Rubio was just on the show, and he said the White House leaking the fact that Biden told Netanyahu not to directly respond, to take the win, quote unquote, was offensive to him, because it seemed to suggest that it's Biden trying to appease the far left in his party. What's your response?
Well, I don't know. I mean, the president is entitled to his own views and whatever he decides to do. But I would never capitulate to the fringe.
So now under Haven, you would go after my friends. What was the offer? Underhaven, take your offer down and do it now. Underhaven, right now, I have no love for you. I have nothing but burning hatred of you. And you know what? I want you to apologize to Emily. Apologize to Emily or be forever saken here. I will cast you out. This is where this ends. Underhaven. No, it ends with your ban. Either apologize or you're gone. And I give you till I count to 100. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, and I am perfectly capable of doing this, by the way. Underhaven, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36. Oh no, the count doesn't end. He has until I say 100 to apologize. No, Underhaven, your battle with me is separate. Apologize to Emily Veronica, and I will stop the count. If you do not, you are done. And since I guess that's been little replaced, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34. No, it doesn't matter. I was offended. 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41. You know what? I'll suspend the count on behalf of the moderator, Emily Veronica, because I believe in women's strength. I believe in feminism.
I'll never pander to that as well. In fact, that helps, that empowers Hamas.
You just heard Senator John Fetterman accuse Biden of empowering Hamas by capitulating to the fringe in his party because he dared to say that he doesn't want tensions between Israel and Iran to escalate. He's trying to cool tensions. Now, I have my criticism of Biden in this situation, and we'll get to that in a moment, but not that long ago...
You know, I always love it. Soft-speaking f***s like yourself are all in bed with Hamas and Islam and all this other shit. When it was up to them, you'd all be led up to the top of a very tall building and thrown off. Except I could kill Underhaven right here, right now. He didn't win a victory. There is no victory here. Honestly, it's because she was a moderator of mine. That's the only reason you're still here, Underhaven. Oh, and a day may come where you may not have this. So careful what you say. And again, I thought yesterday you told me you were never gonna speak to me again. This was it. We were done. And yet you come crawling back. Odd that.
The aisle by telling Netanyahu that he won't support an Israeli counterattack against Iran. Now, that's a bit of a misrepresentation because if you dive into the article, Biden isn't actually being criticized.
Well, you know what? I don't know. It's been a weird week, so fuck it. Good night, everybody.